Oi, oi, how's it going? Oi, oi, all right, how's it going? I'm Grant, you're you. This is the Doodle Review. Coming through, coming through with a new album to give a spin, chat some fraff about, and then assign an arbitrary score to. Arbitrary score to. Today we're looking at the new self-titled album from Red Kross. Red Kross are a garage rock, punk rock band from Hawthorne, California, formed by the brothers Jeff and Steve McDonald in 1978. They ended their original run after 20 years in 1997 and remained dormant until then, until eventually reuniting for some shows in the 2000s. In 2012, their passion for writing new music was reignited, and flash forward to today, this record, the Red Album, is their third post-reunion LP. And this is particularly impressive given that Steve, the younger of the two siblings, is now also a longtime member of the prolific sludge veterans Melvins, who never seem to take a break. I feel like I start a lot of reviews like this, but seriously, this band have had a crazy career. Southern California, in the period the McDonald's started playing, was ground zero for the burgeoning hardcore scene, a new wave of more aggressive, harder, faster punk. The foundational bands of this scene, Black Flag, Circle Jerks, The Germs, Dead Kennedys, they all came out of this sunny little corner of the US. And between 76 and 79, right then and there, the middle schooler, that was the same time middle schooler Stevie McDonald's was strapping on his bass and joining his brother on stage. Even then, on their first album, Born Innocent, you could tell Red Kross's inspirations and motivations for making music were slightly different to their pissed off peers in the scene. Their songs weren't jealous again or about being clocked in. They were writing about tater tots and Lita Ford. The band were really young and slap bang in the middle of the hardcore scene. And I mean right in the middle of the scene. Their earliest members included both Des Cadena and Ron Reyes of Black Flag and Greg Heston of Circle Jerks. So although they maybe didn't have the same anger, like a form of osmosis, their songs did kind of end up getting a hardcore energy despite their innocence. As the McDonald's grew older, the brothers are the core of the band, with other members that kind of revolve. They gradually found a more fitting sonic vehicle for their kind of quirky, kind of funny, trippy sensibility, the underground garage rock sound of the late 60s. They'd never fully abandoned punk, hardcore, or even metal, and took other detours into subgenres like power pop, but overall the janglier, more harmonious, more melodic late 60s guitar pop rock vibe just worked. Before recently interviewing Gene Troutman, drummer for, among many others, Queens of the Stone Age, I had no idea about the garage rock revival that coursed through the 80s underground in parallel to hardcore. Troutman, who was in the band The Miracle Workers over that time, recalled how in the lead up to the 90s there was a time where it felt like it might bubble over into the mainstream and offer a response to the overblown hair metal of the time, but grunge out of Seattle kind of blindsided everyone and took that role instead. To be fair, they were right. They just got the location wrong. The UK kind of went for the whole garage rock vibe in the 90s, but they just called it Britpop. Having, off the back of that, spent some time then getting into this whole scene I'd never really known before, I can see why the McDonald's found their home in that world. And it makes sense if you also follow modern propagators of the style like OCs or Ty Segall. While it may have the trademark, the fuzz, the imperfection, the sometimes lo-fi quality, garage rock provides a really solid foundation to jump kind of anywhere. You can go punk, you can go pop or psychedelic. The style has an intrinsic mercurial sensibility where nothing feels out of place. With that background, the new Red Kross just landed beautifully with me because this record is unquestionably in that garage rock sweet spot. There's a 60s lightness to everything, even with its gritty tone and high energy attack. Songs like Stunt Queen are played at an upbeat punk tempo with Take No Prisoner Attack, but with infectious good time backing vocal harmonies and even call and response lyrics like I said yeah, yeah. Favorites for me include Good Times, Propaganda Band, which adds choir, piano, and bouncy bass lines that make you feel like you've jumped into a 60s kaleidoscope by way of the clearer production of the 90s UK revival. What's in It For You has another catchy chorus and some authentic reverse guitars that always rub me the right way. The album ends with a real anthem, made even more perfect by the fact that it's named after their debut album, Born Innocent. Given the band have a documentary due to come out soon, the song feels like it's been driven by a bit of misty-eyed nostalgia, and that could run the risk of sounding tired or derivative, but here they sound so elated and so energized it just works. And then as album closer, I just couldn't think of anything better. Garage rock isn't without its components that I don't love so much, and some of them are present here. The same playfulness that makes it a jumping off point to experimentation and genre bending also lends itself to being a bit kitschy at some points. Too Good to Be True and the shaman's disappearing robe touch on this a little. And occasionally the vocals are a bit patchy, but to be honest, that's part and parcel of having a really raw and live recording, and this adds more charm than it takes away from anything. I will say the album's final 4 tracks or so, barring the end song, do feel a little repetitive and kind of go off on tangents we don't really need at that point. But all in all, this album's a hell of a lot of fun, and I really hope more people get into it. I can't wait to see the documentary when that comes out as well. I'm going to give this a 7.6 and knock it on the head. This is just what I think, though. What are you lot saying? Let me know in the comments. Tell me how you feel about this record. If you've heard of Red Cross before, if you've seen the documentary, let me know. If you want to check out more videos, related bands, I've linked some in the description. And if you can be asked to do all that, you may as well subscribe, stick around, share some thoughts, show some love, or just hold some abuse in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, mate. Mine, there you go. Take care then. Bye.